Thunderdome Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. And now, live from Oahu, Mike Taylor.
Panic. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm freaked out. I'm nervous. Panic. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm kidding. Hello, everybody. What's up? It's another episode of Thunderdome Live presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. There are 4 locations, 5 just busted ground, and it's about to open up. No doubt, with our help and their amazing store, Texas Cheer Liquor, by the end of the year, we'll have even more locations because my man is expanding. His family's expanding the business, and we are proud to be presented by Texas Cheer Liquor. Any and all things liquor you need to go over and get your ass to that Texas Cheer Liquor. There are, like I said, numerous locations all over the area, South and Central Texas. And we were at one the other day when I was home in San Antonio, Texas, and one dude recognized us and wound up going over there and buying a shit ton of that hard seltzer that you millennials love to drink so much, and you chicks, they don't care if you want to buy hard seltzer, hard booze, good old beer, like I got here, Texas Cheer and Liquor. They want to get you buttered up for the evening. So hello, everybody. It's Taylor. My name is Mike Taylor. For those that don't know who I am, it's weird. Like, I assume like all of our viewers listen to the radio show, and I need to start, as soon as we start building our viewer base and our subscriber list, I'm going to have to pee all over that radio show and forget it ever existed and just worry about doing TV. Oh. But until then, the backbone of the subscribers and the people that like our show, since we started doing the YouTube show, they are Thunderdomers that have come over from the radio station, and I appreciate the support. So if you want to help us out with our little fledgling television show we have here, you can see the quality studio that I do this thing in. 95% of the cash we raise from doing the YouTube show, it's a side hustle to support the show. It'll go back into production. Buy me a nice lamp. Help put some decent art on the wall. Help block out the goddamn sun that just shows up, because where I'm at in Hawaii, it's 2:00 in the afternoon, 2:15 rather. And so, yeah, it's real sunny in Hawaii. Let's do a YouTube show in the middle of the day with your white curtains. And at some point, I'll black them out. And I know I said I'd do that 2 weeks ago, and I will. So anyway, if you want to help with all that, I'll give you credit. I'll put your damn name on the curtains. You want to help buy curtains? I'll just put at Woolcorp on the curtains, or at Foamfoot 420 on the curtains. You get your own damn name. If you want to help buy anything you donate, if I wind up using any of the donations, because I don't need the money. I mean, let me bag up. I will take your money, and I'm gonna do what I'm mostly gonna do with it is like book flights home and build this damn studio that I'm in. LG will take his share and make our shit look even more shinier, and then Puma will buy cigarettes. So that's what we'll do with the money that you donate us. So you can tip us on buymeacoffee.com, or you can go to the super chat that's on our page. Either one of those will get you in, and you can shoot us a tip, and I love you very hard. Welcome. It's been an awesome week we're coming off of as we record this show, episode 13. It's Tuesday. I was in San Antonio all last week. I have to say, it's probably one of the 5 best weeks of my life, in my adult life. It was so cool, so much fun. We did so much work. We did so much fun. I met a bunch of new Thunderdomers that I had not met yet. Caught up with some new people that listen to us and watch our show that I have not met yet. Some old friends that I have met in the past and was able to rekindle. Met some really special new people. Hung out with the Puma. Damn near teared up 3 times. And here I am live from the hellscape in Honolulu, Hawaii, here at Taylor Manor, where we do the show tonight. And back in San Antonio, Texas, is the executive producer of Thunderdome Live, presented by Texas Cheer, the great Lawrence Goins, a.k.a. DJ LG, which at some point we need to get into his family history, because that father mucker comes from royalty, man. Are you royalty, son? He is Texas royalty. And we need to get into your scene at some point. And also back in the mothership studios of KLG Studios is Samuel Ladon Freese, a.k.a. the biggest Puma, representing. And so here we are, gentlemen, once again, together again. And it's episode 13, and they say that 13 is the unlucky number. So
That's a lucky number.
Will someone bust their ass tonight?
That's what I was
like
about
last
to
week.
say.
Tim Duncan's Olympic number. It's a lucky number.
You're right about that. So we had our first casualty last week as Puma busted ass. Want to show us how you show us?
We should probably do something real quick. Doc Garrett's on the line, by the way.
Oh, he is? Well, see, you're supposed to tell me that.
We got plenty of time.
Yeah,
We got plenty of time to show off my gnarly bruise.
Well, show Doc Garrett. This is actually perfect.
We need to light some candles.
Oh, God, yes. Light the candle.
Yeah.
Madam Cassie came in here last week and brought some blessing candles, so we got to make sure that we keep those lit tonight. So light the candles, and let's introduce the guest. I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was waiting. I don't want to keep the man waiting. So for a long, long time, God, I don't know, 9 years or so, I've been talking to Jason Garrett, not the failed football coach, but Doc Garrett, the rehab and sumbits from Airrosti Rehab Centers. He is one of the leaders of Airrosti, a company that started off a long time ago with an amazing plan, an amazing product, and finally it started to transcend the rehabbing industry in this country. And now you've got Airrosti and what it has become today. And I like to think that we had a little tiny part to do with that on the radio show and talking to Doc Garrett all these years, every Wednesday. And I thought, you know what? He's a handsome guy. I always brag about how good looking he is. And I thought, well, since he's got long hair, because he panicked and let his hair grow long during the pandemic, before he cuts his hair again while it's long, let's get him on the YouTube show so we can all get a look at the most handsome man in San Antonio. Certainly the most handsome white man in San Antonio. It is the great Doc Garrett from Airrosti Rehab Centers. Look at that. Look at that, man. Where are you at? Are you at home or are you in the studio? Oh, he's drinking. How about that? Where you at, dude?
I am at home. I'm actually using my wife's office right now. That's why I have the light on in front, because her office is a disaster.
Okay, dude, look at my stupid situation. See, this is why I'm trying to hustle sponsors and I'm begging people to tip the show so I can make my shit look good. So, by the way, you can say shit now on YouTube. It's pretty awesome. So, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate that very much. And there he is, Doc Garrett. How are you doing tonight? Obviously, you're drinking booze. What do you normally do, like, on a night where you don't have to do work when you go home? Like, what are we doing tonight?
So tonight I got home from the gym, cooked dinner, made some salmon, some sweet potatoes, sweet potato fries, a salad, and then finished that and just took a shower and got ready to hang out with you for a little while.
Okay. So did you cooked it?
Yeah, I cook most nights. I do most of the cooking.
Really? Okay,
Yep.
cool. What does she do? I'm just
from a job standpoint.
No, I was screwing with you, man. So you cook most nights after being at the business all day long. So are you like? This is probably a rhetorical question. I'm assuming you eat mostly decent, right? Mostly.
Yeah. So for the last couple months, I ate really well, and then when I started traveling for all these CrossFit events, I didn't eat quite so well. So a lot of desserts, a lot of drinks. Yesterday, for example, I think I started off with 2 bean and cheese burritos, a bacon, egg, and cheese burrito. Then finished it off with some cupcakes that people brought in, and then some cookies before lunch.
Okay. Good God, man. So are you one of these guys? Because Doc's in great shape and he takes it very serious. It wouldn't be cool if you walked in to get Doc's help and he's like 300 pounds, he's got gout. So it's best that he looks decent. So are you one of these guys that gives yourself a cheat day, or you eat on the fly and try to make the best decisions as you go along?
Usually I only eat really, really healthy if I'm in the middle of a challenge. Like, for example, we did a 6-week challenge that ended about 4 weeks ago, and I got down to about 6% body fat.
Oh, geez.
So I got pretty low, but I'm naturally pretty low. I've got a low body fat to begin with, a high metabolism. As long as I'm working out, I can pretty much eat whatever I want, drink whatever I want, and I'll stay around 9 or 10% body fat.
I say this from the all sincerity. How much time you got tonight? You got 30 minutes? You good, right?
Yeah,
you good?
Whatever you need.
Okay.
As long as it's not too boring, I'll be along as long as you want.
Okay, cool. We'll try not to bore you. So I want to be really honest. And I think I've told Jason this once or twice, but he's a man's man and so am I. But I got to say, when I got moved to mornings at iHeart and I inherited you as a weekly segment, I was a little bit worried because it's not the best advice to give a radio host is to have a client on or whatever, or a guy that like supports the station or whatever week to week. You never know how it's going to go because I've done that before in the past and the guy was like super boring, didn't have jack shit to talk about, was nervous. And dude, from day one, I thought, okay, this is fine. This is going to work out. And I feel like we know each other pretty good. Not that we don't really hang out all the time. Obviously, I don't live there, but we talk so often. I do feel like I know you pretty good. And having you on, I will tell you, has improved my own health. I don't know how it's impacted listeners and viewers. Having you on has kept me motivated, even as I've gotten older, and we've been talking once a week for what, 9 years, 8 years, something insane like that. And I always think about what Doc Garrett would get pissed at me for doing. He would disapprove of this. He'd be cool with that, And so there for a while when I was doing mornings, man, I was getting fat. Just was. I wasn't sleeping because I was getting up so early, and I wasn't going to bed because I couldn't go to bed. I'm going to go to bed at 8:30. I never did. And I just finally one day decided to get my ass together, and I did it for you. Not even just, I needed to lose weight, man. So I don't know if you can tell because you don't see me very often. So about 6-7 years ago, I was probably 15, 20 pounds overweight. Look at that. I've got like some tone and definition, man. Look at that. If I turn that way, look at that. Look at that. You can actually, I don't know if you can, I can actually take my finger. How about that? Look at that. I got a 2-pack, Doc. Yeah, I had a keg before. I'm rolling, man. We're rolling, home. So anyway, thank you. That's all. So that's what Doc Garrett can do for you. If you can be a half Mexican and 20 pounds overweight, as long as you get motivated to do the right things with Doc's help, you can lose weight and be in decent shape. And then that prevents injuries, which I've now known that I'm probably in better athletic shape now as I've been in 20 years just from losing the weight. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. All right. Let's play get to know you a little bit. By the way, Puma, if you got something for the Doc. Oh, you know what? Actually, boy, turn around and pull your shirt up and show him your ass.
It's just a bruise. There's no. I don't think I need a whole lot of diagnosis.
Turn around and show the Doc your ass.
Look here. Look, it's just a big.
Oh,
yeah! Get kicked by a horse. What did you get kicked by?
It's much less exciting than that, Doc. I didn't fall while mountain climbing. I didn't get kicked by any sort of bovine at all. I slipped and fell in the hallway. And that's not a joke. Just 100%. I was running through LG's house here in some boots and went from the tile to the slick hardwood floor and just feet right out from under me. I had a glass of wine and I twisted to try to save the wine. And just first thing that hit the hardwood floor was the hip.
Did you save any of the wine?
100%, yes. No, that was the main goal. Yeah, exactly. So I consider it a victory. It's just it's a hematoma, as I think those in the business would describe it.
Yeah, we just call that a good ass bruise.
Yeah, that's all.
Around okay? Is it just a big ass bruise you get? Because I thought he might have punctured a damn kidney or something because he fell hard.
There's nothing back there, though. I mean, you tell me, Doc. I mean, it's just right on the outside, point of my head.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's fine.
It's there's certain parts of your body that have more subcutaneous sensitive capillaries in the subcutaneous fat, and the ass just happens to be an area that bruises really easily.
Damn.
So basically, my big ass saved me from catastrophic damage, is what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, and you saved the wine, which is the most important thing.
That would have been truly catastrophic damage. Yeah, no, we were all good on that front.
People are saying they need to see it again.
It's fine. It'll be on the video. It's fine. It's gnarly. What do you want to see?
One more time.
Why?
I want to see that. Look at that. God, no, come on.
Oh, no, man, how unfortunate. How unfortunate.
hell,
There it
LG?
is. I found it.
Oh, hey. Hey, we found the
That's
right
bullshit.
camera.
It's my show.
What do you
What the
want
Frank,
to see?
man?
What do you want to see? It's just a
Oh,
big old
look at that.
cruise.
God damn. It looks like a galaxy in the Milky Way.
It
Look at that
kinda
white
is.
ass. Okay. Good Lord. It looks like a tattoo or
God.
something. God.
I mean, there's nothing I can do about it at this point, right, Doc? It's just
You
a
need some
cruise.
you need some Hawaii sun to cover that up.
Well, okay, that's a whole nother issue. You should have seen me at the Paella Festival. I was wearing some Patagonias that were trying to get as much sun as possible. It was blinding.
God. All right, man. All right, let's do this. I want them to get to know you since now they're seeing you. Take me back to the beginning of you're a soccer player.
Yep.
When did you decide, okay, this is what I'm gonna do? Look at that. Look at that mane. You look like
that's some
fucking
hair.
Brad Pitt and Troy. Look at that. Look at that. Are you going to war? Yes. Might you die there? Yes. I wouldn't
Likely.
go to war. That's why no one will remember your name. Anyway, sorry, we had a Brad Pitt moment. All right, so take me back, dude. So you're playing ball, you're a kid. When did you realize this was going to be what you were going to do? Or was it something completely different and it kind of fell into it?
Yeah, I went to college really without a whole lot of direction. I had a biology degree, graduated with honors, graduated a little early, then went from
Okay.
college soccer to playing professional soccer with the intent of probably going to PT school because growing up, I always had a lot of injuries and every sprain, break, surgeries. And I had spent a lot of time in rehab. So I thought this is something I think I could enjoy. I'd be good at, very empathetic. I'd understand what people are going through and help get them better. And then I just happened to meet an actual chiropractor one day, and he said, "Why do you want to go to PT school?" And I explained why, what I just told you there. And he said, "Well, you can do all that stuff, but you don't need a referral, and you can be in charge and render a diagnosis and deliver the care that you want without anybody telling you what to do." And I thought it's probably better for me because I don't take people telling me what to do as well as I thought I probably did, which is why I didn't follow my dad's footsteps going into the military. So I went right on seed to chiropractic school, 4 years more there, graduated valedictorian, and then kind of went off on my own for a year or two. Met this other guy, a couple of people in this company called Airrosti, which at the time there's only 3 people, including myself. Started this treatment model, developed it, grew it until now we have about 800 employees, about 500 treatment team members, and we're growing like crazy.
When did it just like take off where you're like, oh shit, okay, this might work out? Because I know you didn't like make money from the beginning. What was there a moment or a time of the like what year about was it? A time of year, a day, an epiphany where you thought, damn, this may work out. When did that happen? And what was it?
So we had a great treatment model. It worked fantastically well, but we had a terrible business model. We were going heavily into debt.
Our
At the
YouTube
time,
show.
yeah, I mean, we were $12.5 million in debt, so we were deep in it. We owed back taxes of about, I don't know, $300,000-$400,000 to the IRS, which is terrible and terrifying because the IRS is the most horrible entity in the world if they're on your back. I mean, if you're not in their crosshairs, you're fine. But I knew a guy once, so little segue. I treated this guy. He used to work for the IRS. And I was like, why do you quit? Because now he defends people that the IRS goes after. He said, well, this one guy owed $700 and we spent $700,000 to get $700 back. So $700,000 of taxpayer money just to destroy this person to get $700. So that's the IRS for you. They're not your friend. If you ever get in their crosshairs, do whatever it takes to get out of it. Apologize, beg, grovel. So long story short, we paid off our IRS debt, fortunately. And then from about 2004 to 2012, just continually went further and further in debt. And then we figured out if we could somehow treat the masses and not just the classes, we could have a more sustainable business. Figured that employers, carriers, once they understood that what we do, if we can get them to pay us more per visit, we're still going to save them way more money per case, per injury. And then proving that by running claims data that show that we are most effective and efficient of all other healthcare providers that treat MSK conditions. Got some white papers, got some research, some data. And once we were able to turn that around, walk into big companies and say, hey, if 10% of your MSK claims came to us, you're going to save $3 million next year. And then I give them data that proves that. It's like, oh, it's a no-brainer. That's really what skyrocketed. It just took a long time to get the data up to prove that we were really good.
Like, not that you're a billionaire, but like Mark Cuban always says that because he was struggling his ass off. He had broadcast.com. People thought it was dumb. No one's going to want to listen to games on the beach. And he thought, like, the first time he looked at his checking account and it was like $1 million, 39 cents. It just kind of like this symbolic thing where, oh my God, I have $1 million fucking dollars. Obviously, he's worth $2.5 billion now. But that day that he saw that, okay, I have $1 million in change, that's when he actually allowed himself to get somewhat comfortable in that, okay, this is working. Okay. But then you have this whole nother pressure. It's like, well, how the hell I got to keep this rolling? Do you have that pressure today still, or are you just chilling now and everything's cool? Or now it's like so big, it's like, oh my God, we could crumble like Rome. You worry about that?
No, we worry all the time. I mean, COVID was a disaster. We lost. So we take the money that we have, any profit that we have, which for the first 10 years, we did not turn $1 in profit. And then we reinvest the majority of that. For the last couple of years prior to COVID, we gave some distributions to stockholders for the first time ever, which is great. So now it's like, oh, we got a little bonus at the end of the year. This is cool. Right before, at the end of 2019, we had profit of about $5 million. So we had $5 million of cash on hand. We decided not to distribute it. COVID hit, March, April. We lost $5 million. And instead of, because a lot of our providers, the way they get paid is based on what they see, what they earn. So instead of making them make no money, we kept everybody whole and spent our $5 million to keep the company afloat while those first 2 months of COVID was just a disaster. The whole world shut down. And then dug out of that hole for the next year. We got a PPP loan, which was great. It helped offset some of our loss. So 2020 wasn't a disaster. 2021 started off great. And then Delta hit, which kind of crippled us towards the end of the year. And then Omicron hit and just kind of wiped us out in December and January. So fortunately, we had cash reserves on hand. So we didn't really make any money in the last 2 years, but our employees didn't lose any money, if that makes sense.
Wow. Okay. So things are on the up and up now, I'm hoping.
Yeah, it seems, I predicted about 6 weeks ago that COVID was going to be quote unquote over. It's going to just disappear. People are going to stop talking about it about 6 weeks ago. So I feel like that's happening now. And it's showing that people are just not afraid to go out. There's no more masks. There's no hospitalizations that are going up. People aren't dying. It's not on the news every day. You don't see Fauci talking on CNN anymore. So clearly there's been either a narrative shift or Omicron really did cause herd immunity because almost everybody that I knew got Omicron, whether they're vaccinated or not.
Oh, I got it too. So I've had 2 vaccinations and a booster, and I've had Omicron. So so now I'm just like balls out. What's up, bitches? I do what I do. So I thank God that we're behind that. And the radio business suffered big time too. I mean, I had to take, and I think I've told this to the listeners on the radio side, man, I had to take 2 weeks furlough once. Because it took everybody that had shows and furloughed everybody. I took there were 2 different stints where I took 2 weeks vacation. That was unpaid vacations. What that was. Man. It sucked. Yeah. Anyway, thank God, man. Well, that's good to hear. All right. So let's get into and I know you used to work with Tony Parker a lot. Most famous patients, who's the most famous dude or girl that you have worked with, ever?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't say some of them because I don't have a HIPAA release, but I do for Tony. I do for Becky Hammond. Do for quite a few people. Worked with David Robinson. Obviously, he's one of the 50 greatest of all time. So probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet too.
Of course.
Do actually have a funny story with him. So first time he'd ever went to Tony Parker's house, I've been there a bunch of times, and so Tony and Eva were giving us a tour of their house, all the memorabilia and stuff. So we're walking around and we're in Eva's office, and she has a picture up of her and this other person. And David's like, "Oh, who's that? Is that your brother?" And he's super innocent. Eva goes, "No, that's my special needs sister." And the look on his face, he just felt so terrible. And she didn't make him feel bad, but it's then we went into the gym and I grabbed a basketball. So Tony Parker's behind the basketball court, and David Robinson's probably 5 feet in front of me. I'm on the baseline, and I say softly, "I just want to make a shot over David Robinson," and I go to shoot it, and he just sticks his hand up out of the corner of his eye. He doesn't even look. and catches the ball and then hands it right back to me. I politely put the ball back in the rack. I was like, never mind.
God.
He literally just reached up above the rim, just caught it, handed it right back.
God, Tony had that house up for sale, I think, at some point, not in recent years. I don't know if he sold it or not. How badass was the court situation? It's a full length NBA court with would it have like a Spurs logo on it and stuff?
It was a full size half court, and so everything at his place was logoed with TP9, Tony Parker 9, including like the flower beds was a number 9. He lived on. He named the street Rue, which is French for street. Rue Parker 9. I mean, everything about the place. It was 66 acres. He had a water park out there. He had a volleyball court. He had a soccer field. He had a dirt track for racing. At one point, he had a giraffe out there. I mean, it was pretty crazy.
What? Time out. Oh boy, he had a giraffe.
He did, but his wife was allergic to giraffes, so he had to get rid of it.
Hey, how the hell do you know you're allergic to giraffes? What about? I've not been around too many in my day, so I wouldn't know if you. How do they determine it's the giraffe making you allergic?
Apparently, giraffes and horses have very similar allergens, and she was allergic to horses. When she got around the giraffe, same thing happened. Yeah. So,
is this
that was his second wife?
XL.
No, that was XL, who's now his ex-wife as well. They're not married anymore.
Correct. Well, Tony and I have something in common. All right, let's talk catastrophic injuries here with you. When I say catastrophic injuries, you say
exploding kneecaps. I think I sent you that picture once.
You have. Fuck. All right, explain to them what that means. I'm picturing like the kneecap opens up like a baked potato with all the fixings. Is that pretty much it?
Yeah, so an CrossFit athlete was running towards one of the machines that she was about to get on and slipped on some sweat, and her kneecap slid right into a piece of metal. And so this is her kneecap. It split into two pieces. One went up the thigh, one went down the shin, and it was awful looking. I sent you the pictures of it, the x-rays.
You did.
That was a fun one to see. I mean, several Achilles tears, dislocated shoulders, dislocated ankles. My daughter's boyfriend dislocated his kneecap at my house on the trampoline. I had to put that back in place about a year ago.
On the spot, you had to do it?
Yeah, because he was, I run out there because my daughter comes in. She goes, he dislocated his knee, and a dislocated knee could be a life-threatening injury because you could have arterial damage. So I go running out there and look at it, and I've never put one back in place before. And I was like, okay, it's his kneecap. His kneecap is now on the side of his thigh where it doesn't belong. And then so I just relocated it the way I read about 20 years ago, and it slid right back into place. And he's like, oh, okay, thank you. I can walk. I was like, no, you can't walk. You're going to be out for a while. So
God.
I think I also sent you a picture of his knee where his shin ripped off the bone. So instead of the kneecap, where the patellar tendon inserts into the tibia, took a chunk that was about the size of half a baseball, ripped out of his tibia. Again, emergency surgery, big injury. So yeah, been around lots of acute big injuries, a lot of fractures, a lot of dislocations. They're all kind of terrible.
Good God, what's your goal, man? You're still a young man. You gonna stay with you gonna run this thing all the way to the death of Doc Garrett, or
I hope so. I feel like it's kind of one of myself and a couple other guys' legacy, where actually probably more than just two of us, probably 10 or 20 people at this point, that this is something we committed to. We're going to see it till the end. If it runs in the ground, we're going to stick with it. We're going to go down with the ship. Hopefully it will be something that will continue on. We're trying to build it in a way that isn't based on any one leadership style, that it can continue to grow no matter who's in charge. So that's the ultimate goal, to make hopefully a huge impact on healthcare, a huge impact on people's lives, to make a positive impact in the world, which is kind of it should be a goal for most people. Most people, when they go to work, then I realize, are you really having a positive impact in the world? I think we are. We take people's pain away. We give them the ability to do things they love again. So I'm hopeful that we can keep growing that and make a big impact.
It's funny, like I was saying earlier, because I don't want to get injured, I've tried to get in better shape as I've gotten older and living here. If you're not in shape living here, you're just a lazy bastard, So I've gotten in decent shape. But this goes back to before I moved out here, because you cured my damn bunion. What I have found, it's kind of like with a car. What I have found is you don't always need to take your car to the damn dealership every time something goes wrong, because you go to the dealership and they're going to find 4 other things wrong, recommend you replace an engine, so many people go to hospitals or whatever and wind up having a surgery because it costs a lot of money and the insurance can get their take too. When really, if you just spend some time rehabbing without surgery at a Rosti, that's all you need to do. And I've learned that. And I don't want to say don't go to the hospital. If you get shot, go ahead and call 911. But you guys, you have made me see that most times when I do something like Puma's body, he knocked the shit out of himself. I was thinking maybe you should go get that looked at, but it's like, the hell with that. They're going to charge me $1,000 for an MRI and X-ray. No, they don't even need to give it to me. So I'm sure you see that all the time where people come in and they're like, yeah, I went to the hospital. I did this and it didn't work out. And you freaking fix them there in the room.
Yeah, I mean, the Latin definition of doctor is teacher. And if you're not doing a good job teaching your patients on how they can manage their own self, you're failing as a doctor. And usually by the time someone ends up getting medical care, just like you said, it's too late. Now they have to get on medication, they have to get a surgery. Whereas if they would have just known what to do ahead of time, put in a little bit of effort, change a few behaviors, most metabolic conditions, I mean, the things like diabetes, hypertension, all those conditions that could be prevented or at least delayed dramatically are almost all preventable. So a huge percentage of healthcare costs can be eliminated if people just understood how to not get in that situation. Unfortunately, life is very easy to eat bad. It's easy to be sedentary. It's easy to take medication. And a lot of people take the easy way out, not because they're lazy, they just don't know. They don't know that if I would just make some small behavior changes, I could be way healthier.
Right. All right, man. Anybody, Booba, you got something for Doc? What were you telling me earlier you wanted to get into him with before we get out of here?
Yeah, no, you kind of hit it on it a little bit, like the initial calling to go into, switching from growing up playing sports and then finding a career path that still involved the, direct passion for sports. And you said it well, the path you took to go through chiropractor school. But now just sitting here kind of piggybacking on the last thing y'all said there, you talk about, people take the easy choice and it's not because they're lazy. It's just because it's easy. What would be like if you were advising someone, so like right now, I mean, mid-30s, not in the worst shape I've ever been in, but could obviously need to get back active. What would be, 5 things you would suggest changing right now? Besides, I've already changed my diet. I'm eating way better than I did 5 years ago. What would be some of the quick things you would suggest I do next to, further that journey?
Well, if you don't know what you really enjoy doing from a physical standpoint, try a bunch of different things. And then if something sticks, do that and then get better at it. It's probably going to open up more opportunities because the fitter you get, the healthier you get, you start moving better. It's like, hey, yeah, I can go play beach volleyball, or I can go hiking the Grand Canyon. I can do things that I never would have imagined doing before. Yeah, maybe I want to try CrossFit. Maybe I hate CrossFit. I don't know, because I don't want to do those things. But a lot of people that hate CrossFit are intimidated by it because they're afraid if they go in there, they're not going to be able to do half the stuff, which is understandable. And it's not for everybody for sure. But there's a lot of different things you can do. So find something you enjoy doing, do it more, get better at it. And while you're doing that, drink more water, eat less sugar, and sleep better. If you do those 4 things, it will make a gigantic improvement in your overall health. And you'll just not only be healthier, you'll feel a lot better and you want to do more things.
Yeah, see, I mean, I know usually, my go-to is just pick up basketball. I've never at all been a weightlifter. I literally lifted weights 3 times during my entire high school career. That's one of the reasons I quit playing in college. Because like, whoa, weight programs? We're just playing basketball here. What the hell are we doing? What are we talking about?
Longs don't count as weights.
Yeah, that and 12-ounce curls, of course. What would be like someone who's not, or someone who you say, might be intimidated by CrossFit or intimidated going into a weight room? What's a good introductory circuit, or like, is there a go-to, baby steps into that? Or is it, like you said, just go all in and find something that you actually enjoy?
Well, so you like basketball, find things that translate to basketball. So things that are going to make you have better endurance, have more explosiveness. So obviously, if you wanted to learn how to do power cleans, that's going to help you jump. It's going to help you play defense. You want to do front squats. That's going to put you in a better defensive position. Little things like that, doing where you wrap a band around your knees and you do lateral squats back and forth, side to side. That's going to help with all basketball movements. Then get on, a treadmill or elliptical machine if you want to work on your cardio, but you don't, because sometimes playing basketball is going to wear out. It's going to give you tendonitis. Your back's going to hurt. Your knee's going to hurt.
Yeah, that's a lot of my fear.
Yeah, and you can't play basketball hard every day. It's very taxing on the body. It's a hard court. It's pretty rough. But you can do other things that make it, when you do play basketball, even more fun. It makes you have better endurance and play better defense, and then get the ball and hopefully even shoot better. Because you're probably not going to improve your skills, but you'll improve the fun you have on the court. And if you want to learn how to do those movements correctly, sign up at a gym and they always have some introductory free trainer courses. Just learn how to do a couple movements correctly and go from there. And last thing, do not be intimidated. If you go into a gym, especially don't be intimidated by the big, strong guys, because they're the ones that are more likely the most humble, because they've had to work their way up. Stay away from the guys taking pictures in front of themselves in the mirror. They're a bunch of idiots. If a guy's looking at the mirror, if a guy's looking in the mirror while he's working out, just walk away from that guy. He's
that's a shot at me, by the way. I think that's a shot at me.
It's so hard. You do like 3 curls, and all of a sudden you see yourself in the mirror, and you're like, "Oh, okay, immediate. I see what we're doing here. I get it."
Yeah,
it's funny. I outed myself because I asked Jason like a month or so ago. I'm like, man, it seems like those mirrors are lying. Those must be like trick mirrors you see in a fun house, because I just feel like I look like a badass in the mirror. But then I go home and it's like, that went away. And he's probably thinking this D-bag watches him. Of course, Taylor watches himself do curls. Of course he does.
No, it's the fluorescent lights that they have in the ceiling, because it gives you better shadowing and everything looks leaner and more cut in the gym every single time.
Yeah, and you feel like it's working, so you want to come back. Yeah, I get it. Hey, man, for me, it's about my wiener. That's where everything begins and ends, right?
Yep. If you don't work out, you're going to lose your wiener.
If that goes away, hang on. If that goes away, I'm putting a shotgun in just like Kurt Cobain did it too. I'm going to find a little tiny house in an attic somewhere, and you bet your ass he did that. She didn't do that. I'm going to
you believe what you want to believe. It's a free country.
Boom. Everything begins and ends with that working, and I'm 47, and I pop a horny goat weed pill every day, natural, whatevs. And Doc Garrett's approved it. And some bitch works like a charm. And hang on, knock on wood here. And I think it's because I'm in good shape. No bullshit. No, that's true, right? Better shape, better wiener.
If you're diabetic, you pretty much have 100% chance of having erectile dysfunction. Type 2 diabetes that you self-induce.
Right.
It's not type 1.
Right.
So don't get diabetes if you want to keep your wiener.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
That's the mantra right there. I'm taking away from tonight.
That is the chief medical officer of his company right there. Yes, sir. All right, man. I've kept you longer than I planned on doing, so I appreciate it very much, man. It's good talking to you. It's nice it was good for Thunderdome to see you too, so that was pretty cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. That went by fast. That was quick.
Yeah, it's like damn near us. It's like it's late. It's like an hour almost. How about that? Very good. All right. So I guess I'll talk to you on the radio on Wednesday. I'd love to have you come back on here periodically if you want to. It'd be cool. We can just people can come on here and ask you stuff live and in person and actually watch you give the take. That'd be cool.
Yeah, whenever you want, whenever you have an open time, I'll be ready.
All right, man. Thank you very much, Jason. Appreciate it, homie. Have a good night, man.
Thank you, Doc.
Salud. All right, there he is, Doc Garrett. He's the man, Airrosti Rehab. He's a good dude, a really cool guy. Always is talkative, always has good stuff to say, and it's always substantive. And we goof around, but no bullshit, man. I've lost because of that dude. I think he's motivated me. He motivated me to stay in decent shape. He's motivated me to maintain, and I'm pretty skinny these days. And I'm probably, and I would like to add a little bit more muscle, but I'm probably about the right weight because I'm short. So I think my frame's probably where it should be there for a while. I was carrying too much shit back here. That's what I was doing. All right. So Puma, what did you just learn? What are you going to do?
Well, it sounds like, I was going to say, I forgot to chime in those rubber bands that he described, like put them around your legs and then do the stretches or whatever. The roommate bought some of those for Christmas. Now, granted, I don't
Okay.
know if I need different size or like different elasticity. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. But I've seen her doing that, and that seems like a easy place to start. That's kind of why I was asking. Like
Right.
I know I need to do cardio. No, I need to get on. Like I'd rather do an elliptical than run, just on this Alamo Dome parking lot asphalt or wherever I'm at a park or whatever. But I think I can see a plan starting to develop where I think about trying to get into better shape. I have started.
Okay.
You'll be proud of me. Part of the last,
I am proud of you.
I started playing pickup again.
I told you.
Yeah, last
I
week.
told you this a year ago. You love basketball, so do basketball shit.
Yeah,
Even at the
it's
house.
that easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's
Just do shit that if
I
you
will
pretend you're
say-
still in college and playing and actually giving a shit and do things you would do to get ready for basketball because you love basketball, so your brain will enjoy all that motion, right?
Yeah, the bruise and the slight limp have caused a bump in the road, a little speed bump,
Right.
but we'll get back to it.
Which is
the
why you
key
make sure you just take care of your nutrition.
Exactly. And that part, well, I did, man, dude, I was craving a grilled cheese for some reason, for whatever. So like
You get the $35 one or whatever.
no, God no. I pulled through and got a classic fast food grilled cheese from a well-known Texas establishment based out of the coastal region.
All right. Also, swim. Find a way to swim more, dude.
But see,
That's what happened to me out here, swimming.
yeah, and I grew up, I swam a mile across Lake Whitney a couple times when I was in, Boy Scouts growing up. Like I love swimming. I'm right there with you, but I've never found the problem with a lot of these commitments, and this is just why I also think a lot of personal fitness is tied into socioeconomic standing. Like a lot of these, like it requires a membership to a gym. If you want to get, quality equipment, quality training, it requires a membership to maybe a Y or somewhere where there's a pool or something. And that's been the major roadblock in actually going to, find a place like that. I mean, the closest I've gotten to swimming is, getting in the river again. And that's nothing. I mean, that's not exercise at all.
Dude, my membership, well, I've got a sweet hookup now because of iHeart, but it was $40 a month. Here in the Hellscape, I had to spend $40 a month. Now, I wasn't getting all the like training sessions and shit, but I was able to get access to all their basic stuff.
Yeah. See, and that's why when it comes
have
to
to
the
be
budgeting, $40 a month or,
or go drink more beer.
Yeah, exactly. And usually the more unhealthy choice ends up winning so far. But I think we're getting close to making changes. Yeah.
All right. Try to find a way to swim. I was, you'll love this. This goes right. I'm just going to say this because you mentioned the socioeconomic aspects of being able to stay in shape. I was a member of the Alamo Heights pool for a couple of years.
As you're doing the front stroke, just nothing but pinkies.
Full of rich people. None of that riffraff from the east side at the Alamo Heights pool. And I dropped weight, man. It was $500 a year. But if you divide that by 12, what is that?
500.
Granted, they want it all at once.
Yeah, I mean,
but if you divide that by 12, it's not that much.
No.
So
no,
anyway,
I mean,
I realized, okay, I got to swim more because it doesn't wear out your muscles, doesn't fuck up all your joints and tendons.
See, that's my biggest fear at this. But that's why I say like I need to do an elliptical instead of running in the neighborhood or anything because I'm worried about the wear and tear, especially as I'm still flirting, sitting right at 230. I don't want to put that much work on my body. But see, this is the key thing. I've got someone holding me accountable. That isn't my roommate.
Who, me?
No,
Doc Garrett.
No, God, no. No, just I've got my
your
buddy.
crackhead neighbor?
No. Yes, Jose is the one. We're doing East Side boot camps Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. Everyone come join in. Yeah. He'll teach. We'll learn how to punch out a car window, and no, it's great. No, my buddy from the combine, He's wanting to start working out again. So he's been keeping me accountable for the past month. We've been going and playing ball a couple times a week.
Oh, that dude that was all up on your taint at the combine the other day.
Correct. Yes, my longtime buddy from childhood and the man that married Steph and I. Yes, exactly.
He's a fan of you, boy.
The ordained minister that married us. Correct. Yes.
This guy was all up in my shit during the combine.
Competitive, bro. Okay. It was a tight combine. It went down to a tiebreaker.
Boop, boop, boop. In my ear, I'm like, okay, whatever. And boop, boop, boop. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. I'm like, okay. And finally, I just turn around and go, hey, dude, who are you? Who invited Kris Kringle's ass to the combine? I don't think you like that. He's got a red beard.
I mean, it's like the slingshot. You know, it hit the perfect mark. It left a good
invasive.
Yeah, left a good print.
And then it's like, then he kept telling me, oh, you don't want to challenge him in basketball. If you don't even think about doing a basketball combine.
I mean, I will 100% support him there. What did you say to me about doing any kind of baseball drills? He literally, you don't want to do any drills, bro. Nah. Don't even think about finding your glove. You don't want any of that smoke. Nah, bro.
I said similar things. Yes, I did say
similar things. Yeah. And I have a friend that's holding me accountable and getting me to work out again and is supporting me through uber confidence. But yeah, no, let's bash him. Let's continue to say, you know, you shouldn't have people around you that support you. Thank you. Yeah.
He's your hype man.
Hey, everyone needs a good hype man. 100%.
That's true.
Ask Young Thug.
Is he a dead yet?
Whoa! If he dies in the next month, that's on you. That's because that's because the candles aren't lit. We need to light these candles.
I'll get you out. What the hell, LG? What kind of producing is that?
Shit.
To light the goddamn Campbell, Holmes.
Figured we'd save it to
we can get it lit.
Make sure the interview with Doc went well before we could safely light these candles. I don't know. I'm gonna bust ass walking out of here because we light them at this point.
No. Where's that pink-headed millennial? Get her to light them. And by the way, hey, sweetheart, he's empty. He needs refill. We need the candles lit now.
That is kind of ironic. I was on the process of asking for a refill.
All right, look at that. Look at Lawrence dance for me. Okay, here we go. We're going to light the candles to make it official. Last week's episode, we had the official curandera of this radio show, Madam Cassie, the longtime curandera of the Taylor Show. Not a bruja. She's a curandera. It's a difference. She's here for good. Now she can do evil. So I would chill with the bruja mentions, Holmes.
She's already done evil. What do you
mean?
Which
one of these did we light first?
Do evil.
It was this one, right?
Yes, Virgen de Guadalupe. Light her ass up.
And what are we supposed to think about? This is like the protection one, right?
Protection, yeah. And the white one's just good vibes from the Lord. Or something like that. I'm not sure the Lord approves of what we're doing right now, but let's just go.
Right. And what is this, like Santeria or something like that? She says.
That's like the Virgin Mary.
Santos. She said a Santos.
Santos. Yeah, Santos.
All right, I'm going.
Okay, cool. Look at that. Lawrence is used to reaching lighters into spherical shaped pieces of glass.
Pieces.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, cool. All right, bless the show.
Virgen de Guadalupe.
Virgen. Yeah. Órale. Yeah, Virgen.
And then we got this one. This is supposed to be what we want to happen, right? This is all about like being selfish.
This is the prosperity candle.
Yeah.
Yes. I need money. I need people to put money in the. If you go right now to buymeacoffee.com or you jump into the super chat and pay for it, this will prove that the candles work. So if you want to make sure that this works, you need to pay us now. Get on there and get a tip. Or else you don't believe in God. Clearly not. You don't believe in God's will.
It feels like that's might be the opposite of what you're proving there.
No, we're not. We're proving that money and God go together like hand to glove.
Yeah, I guess
God would have been. Jesus would have been a great YouTube host because he was tremendous at raising cash.
Can you imagine what an influencer he would have been?
Oh my God, he would have had Nike, Coke, and Pepsi. They wouldn't have given a shit. They both would have sponsored him for sure. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, he's Coke. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, he's Pepsi.
Yeah. I mean, he's a man of all peoples.
That's right. All right, y'all want to read some shit?
Fire him off.
All right, let's see. Let me refresh the page. I want Coquetta to be a part of the segment. I'll get her. Oh, look, boom, God exists. Just like that. Come here.
You're blessed.
Thunderdome wants to see you. Come here. I talked to Coquetta like my mother talked to me. Look at that.
There's something cathartic going on there.
What? With Cokie?
Yeah, no, just the doing the voice, like matching.
Come here. She's definitely she's
like
Puerto
you're
Rican,
the authority figure over Coquetta.
Yeah, like that. She knows who gets. She look at that. This is the dude that feeds me and takes me out to take a dump. Shout out to Dr. John Cebulski from Airrosti, Southtown. He helped me when I tore my meniscus. Very good. Thank you, Hector. Shout out to the official Chicago policeman who always comes through.
Good.
On a policeman's salary, tipping our show. Laura bought us a coffee. Episode 11 best so far. Okay. Who'd we have on episode 11?
That would be Bean and Cheesemech, Nina.
Oh, that was my Nina. Yes, indeed. Ronnie bought 5 coffees. Great to have you home. Safe travels back to the hellscape. Thank you, homie. It was so nice to be home last week, man. Very cool.
Yep.
By the way, I'm gonna tell you a quick story, Puma.
Oh,
so there's a member of Thunderdome today. I guess I'm not gonna say his name. He'll when he's ready, I'll do it. There's a Thunderdomer, and I want to give him some good juju, some good lit candles. Who has diverticulitis? You all know what that is?
Something with your colon?
Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's okay with me making jokes about it because he wants to as well. And earlier, apparently, he and another Thunderdome were having a conversation and talking, and they said that the only thing that would make him feel better is if Puma tonight on the YouTube show, and I didn't tell you this on purpose, getting ready to make Sam dance again.
No. What are we doing?
Do it for Coquetta.
What are we doing?
They want you, and you know who I'm talking about. He's struggling, so he's going to know more tomorrow after some tests. They want to hear a big old "come on now" colon from the Puma. Fire it away.
Come. Okay, hold on.
And it has to be done like you did at the Spurs game with "Come on now, Spurs." Right. Don't half-ass it.
Come on now, colon is what we're doing
Puma,
here.
In the redneck Puma, Glen Rose, Texas. Okay. Look at him getting ready.
All right, let's stretch it out. Come on now, colon.
Yeah, hell yeah, very good. All right, you scared the dog.
I'm sure I just scared LG's whole neighborhood.
Oh,
good
hell
luck to
yeah.
your colon. Good luck.
Love that hard. All right. Speaking of swimming and being in pools and losing weight, which you should find a way to do and quit making excuses because only rich people can swim.
That's
not true at all.
You're using.
That's not true. That's not true. My man, George Martinez has proven for 20 years at JM Pool and Spa that you ain't got to be rich to have a pool. These people do pools for all Poodle Thunderdome, all walks of life. I've been to dude's house on the west side. Look at this is my house. Yeah, that's sheetrock. I'm not done with it, but I got a kick-ass pool. I mean, people could get a pool, man. And so JM Pool Spa, they do pools. They're Poodle San Antonio, been around for a long, long time. They are your pool and spa specialists in this part of the state. They serve all of South Central Texas. And they also, here in a month or two, it's going to be summertime. And George always wants me to remind Thunderdomers to make sure that you look into your pool safety because they love what they do. And they just want to make sure that, obviously, you watch kids and such around pools because every year, inevitably, we'll hear about something bad happening around a pool. So JM Pool and Spa is the official pool and spa company of Thunderdome Live. Hit up George for any and all things pool. And once you have a pool, if you need someone to service it, God knows I would be too lazy to fix my own damn pool or like keep it up to speed and clean it and all that stuff. They will provide you a monthly, whatever y'all can work out the deal, a service. They'll come and service your pool for you. That thing stays beautiful and clean all the time. So thank you to JM Pool and Spa. All right, man. What else we got here? What else we got here? Somebody called Doc Garrett Thor. That's a good one.
No, we got a super chat up in here, actually.
Okay, where's the super chat? Show me how to get to it, Vato.
Hey, look at it should be highlighted in the chats. I put it up on the screen. No, I can't. Actually.
Okay, put it up there.
No, I can't. It's too long.
It's too long.
The chat's too long.
What kind of question is it?
It doesn't fit on the screen. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't fit.
Oh my God! What did they write?
Durable.
They wrote Jesus De La Rosa's up in here. He said, "Does Thunderdome Live have workers' comp? If not, Puma should call Jamie Shaw. Looks like a workplace injury."
Okay, that's a valid point.
Oh.
As a
we don't have
worker, yeah, we sure don't. I could. Oh, you know
what?
We
don't cover anything,
guys. So, my back, I think, is just getting worse and worse. The longer I sit here, these conditions are not conducive to my health.
It's a right to work state. We're based in Texas, so you take your pussy ass back and go home.
Keep walking.
Well,
it's seeing the bruise on the screen.
It was bad.
It's gnarly. It's really, really. The fact that you made me show Doc Garrett it twice, like that was excessive.
He's seen it all, dude.
Yeah, but I was making, we're working on the physique here. You're making me.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm getting trigger happy over here.
LG's firing away.
Yep.
You were saying?
I was saying. It's a gnarly.
You're mad at me for making you get embarrassed in front of Thor?
Yeah. And comparing, and then hearing, immediately he's like, "Yeah, no, you'll be fine," which is he 100% said exactly what I've been telling you. Like, there's no reason to do anything. You just fucked up. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna go away. But yeah, immediately pointing out the blinding. My backside was more blinding than the sun coming in from either yours or his office there. I guess that was light, your sunlight.
I have an email from Donnie on the north side. Tell Puma that hype man just needs to be a hype man because he fucked you up in the combine. No quarterback play from the hype man.
Yeah, no, he played offensive
that was
guard.
Quincy Carter-esque.
He played guard in high school. Yeah, he didn't quite have the arm necessary on that last one.
He did not.
I still thought if he could, I was telling him just throw it up there, like just anywhere in the vicinity, and I will block out like Tony Gonzalez, and we'll be fine. Oh God!
You're already all over the internets. Can you see that?
I'm assuming that's a picture of
your ass,
my bruise, and my ass. Yeah.
Hey, you make more money on this show than the radio show, so you got to dance more often for me.
I got to take some bruises.
And then show them.
As Biffy Clyro would say, I'll take a bruise. I know you're worth it. Yeah, okay. I'll take that.
Yeah. Hey, you always say don't kink shame people. There might be people watching that have bruise fetishes.
There's 100%. What was it? The rule whatever. Like if you think about it, there's something out there. There's
no
absolute
question.
Bruise fetishes.
Absolutely. Frank's in here. I can't help but think Allman Brothers when I see the Puma with his glorious mane, stash, and flannel. Real rambling man. That's true.
It's completely authentic.
This is why I get misty and melancholy on our final, whenever like that last night I'm home and you drive me back to LG's for the last time as dusk sets over the city. In that car with the authentic, no bullshit, is who he is Puma. It always seems to get to me right there that this is it. You got to go back to Hawaii tomorrow. It's always that last night.
That's when it starts to really hit.
Mm-hmm. And if you were not who you think who you say you are, or if we for I get hit that last night.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, it's to tie it back into sports, it's the Jeff Traylor effect. That authenticity creates
right, because I miss him.
Yeah,
because I only get my Puma in spoonfuls.
That's all we need to be like hearing like at the friendly spot last week, like hearing Jim Bob talk about like I'm not sure like maybe in 8 years if we live in the same city we'll be at a balanced level, but we need to keep it to a quarterly week at a time because I don't know.
What are you worried about if we live together in the same city?
Worst bruise
what do you think?
I've had since high school on my body, and it was the week you were in town. That's what I'm worried about.
What do you think you're going to wind up divorced and homeless if I wind up living in the same town for too long of a time?
No, not even that. No, I'm just death.
Hurt?
Death.
Oh,
hurt,
dead.
Pain, injuries. Yes, all of the above. Like I don't worry about like. Steph will be fine. Like, no, I'm worried more about my direct health involved. Lack of sleep and giant.
No, that would mellow. No, if I were home every day, if I were, the thing is that's just it. Like when I come home, it's like a band coming back to a city. That's me going on tour.
Okay.
And so we're Motley Crue for about a week. But if I were there all the time, that would simmer down some. There'd still be those times when I would need you to get hurt or your physical well-being would be in jeopardy, but not all the time.
That's where I worry that the Allman Brothers comparison might become more true by the moment when one of us, when it's the Allman Brother and not the Allman Brothers at that point.
You could always say no to any gag. I've never made you do anything. You're 3 times my size. Just say no.
But still, somehow, it's that 2-pack you have. You just throw me up against the wall, pin me in the corner, and say, "Listen, this is your next 6 months. Agree to it now, or get out of here and move on." And then I say, "Yes, sir, Mr. Taylor."
I made Pete. You mentioned Jim Bob. I made peace with his wife.
That was beautiful. That really
to have all you guys, in the same area last week when I was home at the friendly spot, and then to have his family there, and now he's big time news director, and his wife was there, and she came onto that scene as I was kind of flaming into the next me and getting ready to start moving and stuff. And so she and I we didn't get to know each other well. And so my reputation preceded me with Mrs. Bear. That makes sense?
That checks out.
Yeah. So she came up to me the other day and told me, "Hey, we love you so much." Oh, look at that. That's the photo from last week at the friendly spot. Left to right is the Puma. That's Hutch, me. That's Dingus, the big Dingaloid in the yellow shirt. There's the bear in the background and DJ LG repping Love You Hard TV with that hat. Buy one right now by going to loveyouhardtv.com. Click on merch and buy a hat. That's last week. And this is before I got messed up. And I was fine until Jim Bob's wife came over and was like, we have missed you so much. And I go, "I thought you hated me all these years." And she's like, "Are you kidding? You are family. We love you. We're so happy to see where you are now. And and I was still fine. But then she goes, "We just would really like you to come home." Oh, dude. And she's like, "Just come home and come over to the house and have dinner with us and stuff." So that's what got me. It's the ladies. I was raised by women, so I can't handle it when they get too sincere with me. So I'm like, "Okay, thank you." And then took that kick-ass photo. That was really cool. Anyway, didn't mean to get all weird on you.
Throw that photo up there one more time, because that thing, like, you can see the visible differences in content provided to the show just by looking at everybody. Like everyone
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying everyone.
Analyze
it seems like everyone, obviously, you would say has a different, like, Dingus looks like he's going to tell you everything you need to know about the big MMA fight this weekend. Hutch looks like he's got his hands on the local metal ska scene, like the punk scene. Like it all looks like Bear's going to give you the fishing report down in the coast this week. He's going to let you know what's biting. Like everyone looks like they're obviously providing very, very different content and bringing something different to your show, which I think is kind of a unique, like seeing you in the middle of all that. You can just see all the content that everyone else had while they were, bringing it to your show. It's kind of cool.
And Lawrence now is one of the most in-demand photographers, camera guys, technical dudes on the planet. He runs our show like a badass.
Oh, LG 100% looks like the cameraman that's being held hostage and being like, get in here, get in the photo, make it look like you're comfortable. Like 100%. Yeah. And I absolutely look like a tech recruiter from like 1998. Like praying
you look
on
like
high
a
school
washed-up
campuses.
basketball. You're the Rex Chapman of Texas Tech pre-rehab.
No, I'm a Sonny Dykes assistant coach, no question.
You got Dingus there, and Dingus now, the big boy in the yellow shirt, he now works for corporate. That young man there, believe it or not, produces and puts together almost all of iHeartRadio's commercials from basically west of the Mississippi. The big boy in the blue there, Jim Bob, he now is the news director of not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 television stations on the Texas Gulf Coast. Hutch has become quite the beer connoisseur with a brewery in town and has found a good niche over there working at the beer joint, at the I should say the swanky beer joint that we all went to. Was it Back Unturned? Is that what it's called? Back Unturned?
Yeah, and he was actually telling me he's got a couple pizzas that he's added to the menu now.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of his own recipes that sounded really, really good. Yeah. But yeah, Back Unturned right there on Brooklyn Street.
Yeah. So what lies ahead for Puma? Time will tell about that.
As long as I have that awesome Kingsbury era tech jacket, my life will be just fine. My future is made. I found that you talk about things we both found in Steph's closet last week. You found her Joe Namath pink fluffy jacket.
I want to wear that again every time I come home. I demand that I get to wear that every time.
That might just become yours at this point. But yeah, literally in the same closet, I found that old tech jacket from Steph's childhood. That's literally like late 90s.
Thing's in great shape, too.
Oh, it's awesome.
Hardly worn.
No,
like new off the damn rack.
Get your guns up until
God,
they lose.
look at that shit.
That mustache screams Texas Tech circa 1999.
That's your mustache. That's what you chose to do. That was a drop. Mayor Mike 007's in here. I tweeted something unfortunate about Frosty when he had just stopped showing up to work and Taylor joked around to. But when he passed, it was a huge shock. I just remember he was big into ghosts. Yeah, the one guy not in that picture there was Tracy Frost, a.k.a. Frosty, who passed away on me. In late 2014, and I just could not believe that I'm 15. I'm gonna say 15, and that was just so shocking. Yeah, when he didn't come to work for like a week, I was like, well, I didn't want to alarm anybody, and I just wanted to use some levity, I guess, to get through the shows. I was worried to death about him, but I didn't want to get like all weird on the air, and then he didn't make it. So, yeah, that's also Jesus. Thanks, Mayor Mike, for bringing the damn room down. DJ LG, says Frank. I'm kidding, Mayor Mike. I know you're sincere. Tell us the real version of the finger injury after the stripper fell on top of you. We heard the PG version on the radio. Maybe next episode. That's up to you, home. We've been on the air an hour. We've been on the air over an hour, and now the beer's kicking in. You want to tell the hooker story? You want to wait?
You've been well, there's video to it, so probably a different episode because there's content there. But
that almost feels like its own package.
There's because I rolled tape on the aftermath when the cops came.
I've seen it. Yeah,
and Puma's seen this recently. So
All right, I'm gonna write that down. Hooker
it's
story.
content.
Hooker.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, Frank.
LG's hooker story. Let me write that
LG's
down.
hooker story.
Put that on.
Hey,
the
we all
sheet.
have a hooker story, just not as violent as LG's. All right.
She wasn't my hooker, for the record. Just not mine.
Save it.
No, y'all are forever, y'all are ever woven together in show lore
Yes, but I was not the John. So
understood. Yeah.
yes, I just want to make that clear.
You did not spelunker her pizza.
I was not. I did not hire this woman.
Correct. Right.
There's no spelunkering involved.
No pizza spelunkering. All right, we're gonna have a big business meeting, right? Are we doing that when we hang up with Thunderdome? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna have the first ever.
Yeah, but you say
Thunderdome live business meeting. The inaugural.
Inaugural. Yes, correct. Yeah,
No, we can't.
Exactly.
What we got to discuss can't be aired. Not yet. It will be, but we have to discuss how we do it. I just want to say this, that we've done this 13 times. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We're just trying to make good. I got to get this damn house behind me fixed up and make it look cool. And like I said at the beginning of the show, probably 99.9% of the people that watch this thing are carryover, and they're supporters of our radio show that have come over here. And I appreciate that very much. And we're only 13 episodes in. As soon as we figure out how to do this the right way, this thing could really take off. I'm almost afraid for it to take off too much because, I mean, look at us. Are we going to be able to handle it if it does? What are we going to do?
No. But I'm looking.
Where's Taylor? I don't know. No one's seen him in 3 days. You know, someone saw him running with his pants off down the street. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. What was the guy? What was the Free Coney guy that he got the or not Free? What do you know what I'm talking about? The African dictator or warlord that he did the whole viral campaign about, and then once it went viral, he lost his mind and he ended up walking through like the streets of San Diego completely naked. Or pantsless.
Wow.
Like he completely lost his mind. Yes, I'm hoping we get to the Coney 2012. That was that dude. Yeah.
Yeah. He accomplishes his goal. He blows up and he freaks out. We don't want to. We don't need to do that.
Yes.
We're going to be fine.
Speak for yourself.
We're going to be fine.
I can't wait. I can't wait to walk down Commerce Street going full Coney 2012. Just not knowing how to handle the success.
Let's just manage the success we have, and we need to discuss further success because we have support on this thing so far. But hey, you know what? What keeps me humble is the well could run dry next month or the month after. So I'm scared to death to even take the money, which is why we need to discuss what the hell to do with it next.
Probably
and make sure that, and I demand a during meeting audit of what LG's been doing on that account.
I was about to say we need to have a meeting just before LG leaves for Southern California again, if nothing else.
Yeah. Somehow he's taken 2 trips to California, and since in the 13 episodes we've been doing this for some reason.
Interesting.
Oh.
Meanwhile, I'm busting ass and getting a softball-sized bruise on my hip.
Yep. All right. Before I get out of here, I want a couple of things we have coming up. I'm always pimping my barbecue that I do every year for the Salvation Army. It comes down June 11th, but it's never too early to start hyping that and talking to y'all about that. So, out of the kindness of your heart, we need you to buy plates, and we're doing pretty good with sponsorships. If you want to sponsor us, that's great. But we really need plate sales. We're going to make all this meat with nobody to buy it. So it's easy. You just go to Salvation Army, sanantonio.org. And you can buy plates on there. Look for my face. Also, next week, I think we'll get into a thing I've got coming up in town because I'm going to be emceeing a gala that Puma's going to go to. I want you to dress just like you're dressed tonight. Actually, what are you going to wear on your head?
No, we were talking about it. I think I'll.
You going to wear a cowboy hat?
Yeah, I might bust out the black one. It'll be a little nicer, it sounds like.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we got this gala that my buddy runs this charity in San Antonio called the Miracle League. It's a baseball league for anybody, really, mostly kids, but anyone can go play in it. It is for disabled kids. It is for special needs people. For instance, if you're in a wheelchair, it's pretty hard to play Little League Baseball. And that's not cool. So how do we let every kid that may be special needs play baseball? My friend Michael in San Antonio started a league called the Miracle League. and they built a spongy field by Nelson Wolf Stadium over by where the Missions play. And on April 23rd, which is almost a month from today when we record this show, is the annual gala to raise money for that. I think we'll maybe get Michael on in a few weeks and hype the event because we just want to bring awareness. And they've asked me to MC the thing. So I've got big pressure this year because we probably have 2,000 people at the gala. But there's also baseball games to see the kids play. That's free. And that morning on April 23rd, the kids will be playing baseball out there. And I'm going to go out there and hang out with Thunderdome. And Puma says he's going to get up early and come out there and hang. I'll be out there like 9 to 11, 9 to 12, 9 to 11-ish. So if you can make it out there by 10, you're good. And then that night we'll be emceeing. So anyway, support. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting the things that we do, whether it's radio show or the YouTube show or the Miracle League stuff or the Salvation Army stuff. We ask a lot of you, and I appreciate it very much because I just feel like, I have this silly outlet, I should try to help people in town that need it. No BSing. So thank you for all the stuff y'all are doing. All right, that's it. Terrell, DJ LG, was that a tall boy? That was a big-ass can he had. What do you got in your hand?
Oh, yeah, I got a Modelo.
Oh, God.
Chilada, limon. Yeah.
When I get that Friday...
Bought this at Texas Cheer Liquor, by the way.
Bet your ass. As soon as we get home on that Friday, we need to make a run over to Texas Cheer Liquor.
Yep.
I'm going to have to stock up. Can't take a bunch of booze on an airplane, it turns out. So when we get to San Antonio, we got to make a quick run over there, Holmes.
Let's do it.
All right. My goal is to fix the room behind me. I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous. So I'm going to try to fix that in the next 7 days. That is the goal. Lawrence says the biggest thing I need to worry about is the lighting. Need to make it darker in here. Maybe some dark lamps with some colored bulbs. Put some dark shit up on the shades. I live in Hawaii. It's nice and bright and beautiful, but it's not conducive to doing YouTube shows at your house. So anyway. That's it,
and
boys.
Also sounds like you've got some wind issues going on there. I hear
has
it
been going over the air all this
something
time?
Like that. Yeah,
I just
noticed it, but yeah, I think it was the whole time. Yeah,
it's picked up here pretty good. I don't think any of the viewers said anything. I'm on the 25th floor, man. It's crazy. I'd get up and show you. I don't think you could. You can't even. It's so bright. I can't even. If I open the deal, you couldn't see outside. There's a volcano in a city out back of my porch. It's pretty crazy. All right, we'll work on soundproofing, making it darker, and putting more art up and with better lighting. We'll work on all those things. About that?
It's a process. It's a process.
I should probably start it pretty soon because I've been threatening to start the process for a long-ass time.
Well, it's like me working out. Like I threatened to start the process, and I should
plan
probably
to start
just get going.
processing.
I plan.
What are y'all doing tonight?
Threatening.
What are you doing?
Well, we're about to knock out this meeting.
After
Tuesdays, probably again end up at.
Where are you going? What address?
Charity Bar, Francis Bogside, Burleson, maybe a little Amore's not open on Wednesdays. Maybe some Dakota right in the neighborhood. I don't know. Maybe Tucker's. Tucker's is always nice for a little bit. Somewhere in the inner downtown area.
Outstanding. The greatest place on earth is the inner downtown San Antonio, Texas area. And I miss it hard. All right, boys, that's it. We'll see you on the radio show, and we'll do another one of these on Thursday. We're 2 more days out from episode 14 on Thursday. The official Texas country singer of the Taylor Show, Rich O'Toole, is going to be our guest. We'll talk about his career and get him to play guitar for us and play some of his videos and shit and give him some love and talk about being a country music singer in the great state of Texas. And then we'll play grab ass and read emails and stuff. All right, that's it. Love you hard so much. Thank you to Texas Cheer Liquor. See you boys Thursday. Rich O'Toole's a good. You'll be in here in a minute. I got Mushmouth. Let's have a meeting and talk about all the money we're about to make.
Oh, come back, you puppy!
Thunderdome Live is presented by Texas Cheer Liquor.